Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes. Today I want to focus on this very powerful alternate fingering key that's built into all standard B-flat fingerboards. It's played with our left hand little finger, so that's our low C fingering. Most players will be used to the C to C sharp fingering on the clarinet. But if you're new to the clarinet, or if you're a doubler from the saxophone and only occasionally play the clarinet, you may not be aware of the key that's just lower down from the C to C sharp key and further out. This is an alternate way to play low F. F below the music stave, the lowest F on the clarinet. So traditionally we play that fingering using our thumb on the back, on the F fingering, our three fingers down on both hands, and it's our right hand little finger on the lower of those two keys that lets us turn low G into low F. That's the standard way to play low F. So why do we need an alternate way to play it? Well, if we have to play F to A flat as adjoining notes, it's next to impossible, because the clarinet, unlike the saxophone, which has inbuilt roller keys on those two keys. On the saxophone, that's the equivalent of low C and that's the equivalent of low E flat. But both keys on a saxophone have an inbuilt roller that lets you basically slide your little finger between those two keys. The clarinet doesn't have that luxury. So to play F to A flat, if we're allowed to play G in between, well, that's not a problem. But if we had to play F to A flat without the G in between, we're in real trouble, because this is next to impossible. That's about as quick as you're going to be able to do it, because you can't slide that little finger. So thankfully on the clarinet we have an alternate. We can play G to F using our left hand little finger. And it's exactly the same sound as if we use our right hand, because if you have a close look at the clarinet when I play, it actually shuts the same pad, covers the same hole. That's the low F hole there. So if I do it with my right hand little finger, look at the key work. If I do it with my left hand little finger, it's exactly the same key work being engaged. Now, by using the left hand alternate low F key fingering, I can now basically wiggle my little finger on the A flat key and play a trill if I need to. I'm just wiggling one little finger. I'm holding the alternate F down. If I have to play an F to an A flat over and over again, not in a trill, well, I'd actually swap between my little fingers. The reason is, if it was played as part of a melody, if I hold the low F key down, have a listen to the change in the tone of A flat. So here's normal A flat. Now that's a cool jazz doo-wah, 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 but the tone of the A flat is sort of muffled and lowered in pitch a little bit by pressing down the alternate F key. So if you're playing a melody that was low F to A flat, well, notice what I did. I lifted up off the alternate F when I went to the A flat. Now remember, on the clarinet, if we engage our register key, everything I've just spoken about applies equally, except the notes we're now referring to are third space C and fourth space E flat. So if I put the register key onto low F, it becomes third space C. And so does the alternate fingering also give me that same note. So if I had a trill between C to E flat, just like I did then, hold down the alternate fingering, wiggle the E flat key. If I was going to play a melody between C to E flat, well, you'll notice again I treated those as independent notes. If you're new to the clarinet, or perhaps you've been playing the clarinet for a long time and have never quite worked out what that key is all about, then I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now.